Welcome to our final day of the 5-day Nourish yoga series. Take a moment to congratulate yourself for making it this far. Today we are focusing on the theme of surrender. Surrendering to our body, surrendering to our present experience, and surrendering to the notion of love and gratitude. We'll get started today in a forward fold, taking your time, bending the knees, allowing your belly to rest atop of your thighs, feeling a beautiful stretch for the back body. You might choose to keep your fingertips grounded, or maybe it feels nice to come into ragdoll, grabbing a hold of opposite elbow with opposite hand. Giving yourself permission to land here, honoring your present experience, noticing if there is openness within the body, within the mind, and simply being curious about what is unfolding for you. Reminding yourself that the body and the breath are our guiding anchors, always here to support us lovingly, always here to guide us peacefully to the present moment. As we continue to rest in this forward fold, you might notice that the body naturally begins to open. Allow gravity to create length, to create space. Noticing if you're harboring tension around the neck, the jaw. Try to soften into these regions, relaxing the forehead, unfurling the eyebrows, taking one or two more mindful breaths in this forward fold, feeling yourself melting away all unwanted energy. If you were in ragdoll, mindfully returning your fingertips towards the earth, or perhaps towards your shins. On your next inhalation, find length, straighten the legs and the back as we come into a halfway lift out of the Uttanasana. Turning on the glutes, reaching the crown of the head forwards. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Twice more. Feeling the strength of the hamstrings, grounding into your feet. On your next exhalation, come into a fold, relax the body. Keep the left knee bent, straighten your right leg, left palm on the earth, and raise your right arm as you spiral your chest to the right. Gazing up and doing your best to transfer your weight into your outer right hip. This is going to help us stretch the IT band. Exhale, fold. Bend the right knee, and this time begin to straighten the left leg. Raise the left arm and open your chest to the left. Mobilizing the outer hips, the glutes. Exhale, fold, and let's find this stretch once more in each direction. Finding your cadence. Beautiful. Returning to your forward fold, bending the knees. Inhale, find length, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and this time interlace your fingers together behind the back, opening the heart space and guiding your bind overhead. If you're feeling a little bit more open now, you might like to straighten the legs. Another option is to place your forearms behind your calves. Place the palms down on the mat. Step back to plank pose and raise the hips as we come into our first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Grounding down through your 4 points of connection with the earth, raising the hips, guiding the tailbone skywards as you melt your heart towards your thighs, finding length along the back of the neck. Fingertips are spread wide, grounding into the palms, and in particular the thumb and the index fingers. If you need to invite movement here, you can definitely pedal out the legs. Otherwise, find stillness. Anchor yourself in this very moment, taking about 5 or so more breaths in this inversion. On your next inhalation, press into the right foot. Raise your left leg skywards, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest and place your left foot between your palms, rising into high crescent moon, Anjaneyasana. Staying high on the ball of your back foot, squaring off the hips, channeling energy upwards, engaging the pelvic floor. Option to stay here, or we'll find a spinal twist, keeping the lower body stable. Pivoting your chest to the left, separating your arms out wide at shoulder height. And if you'd like to take it further, gliding your left arm down the back of the right leg as you raise your right arm skywards. Feeling the deep opening for the hip flexors and the heart space. On your next inhalation, raise both arms, return your gaze forwards. Exhale, palms on the earth, step back to plank pose. And let's send our hips up and back, downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to connect with the breath. In today's practice, we're moving at a gentle tempo, giving ourselves the space to surrender, to love, to gratitude, to opening our hearts to this experience. And taking 1 or 2 more mindful breaths in this posture. On your next inhalation, float the right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Rise into your crescent moon. Sinking the hips a little lower, feeling the strength of your front leg. Exhale, pivot the chest to the right, opening your heart space, broadening the collarbones. And maybe guiding your right hand towards the back of your left leg, opening the chest. Beautiful work. On your next inhalation, return to Crescent Moon. Exhale, palms on the earth. Step the right foot back to plank pose. Option to go straight to downward dog or find a vinyasa. If you'd like to take a gentle variation, lowering your knees down, or you can find a chaturanga. Listening to what the body needs today. On your next inhalation, mindfully guide your right foot between the palms. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, raise the arms, low crescent moon. Keep the back toes tucked. Exhale, palms on the earth. Raise the pelvis as you begin to straighten both legs, coming into a version of pyramid pose. Option to fold the top of your right leg. Again, the back heel is elevated. Doing your best to square off the hips. On your next inhalation, rebend your front knee. Rise into high crescent moon. Exhale, palms at heart center, Namaskar Mudra. Transfer your weight into your front foot and rise up into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana. At most, guiding your torso so that it's parallel to the earth. Option to extend your arms out in front. One breath here. Find your point of focus. Rebend your front knee. Lower the back foot down and return to your high crescent moon. Exhale, palms on the earth, three-legged dog. Guide your right leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Option to stay here or roll through into plank and find your flow. Maybe taking a chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's take this series on the other side. Guiding your left foot between your palms, lowering the back knee down. Inhale, low crescent moon, Anjaneyasana. Engaging the pelvic floor, turning on the inner thighs. Exhale, fingertips on the earth, raise the pelvis, pyramid pose. Feeling the beautiful opening for the hamstrings, the hips. On your next inhalation, mindfully bend into your front knee. Raise the torso and the arms, high crescent moon, open the heart. Exhale, Namaskar Mudra. And step into your version of Warrior 3. Know that you can always place your fingertips on the earth if that helps you. Often our balance is a reflection of our state of mind, so notice if you're wobbling around a bit. See how you can bring more mindfulness into this experience. Mindfully step back to high crescent moon. Exhale, fingertips on the earth. Step back to three-legged dog, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. And mindfully lower to down dog. From here, knees on the earth, point the toes and melt in your child's pose, Balasana. Surrendering to this posture, feeling your connection to Mother Earth. On your next inhalation, mindfully elevating the torso, taking your time. And we'll find a comfortable seated position, crossing the legs, lengthening the spinal column. Keeping your right leg crossed, extend your left leg out on a diagonal. Keeping the kneecap facing skywards. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, lateral spinal flexion, coming into a side bend. Perhaps lowering onto your forearm, or you can keep your arms straight. Breathing into the side body. This is our revolved head to knee pose, Parivrita Janusirsasana. Giving yourself permission to create space within your present range of motion. Breathing into any regions of sensitivity. Wonderful. Inhale, mindfully elevate the torso, roll the shoulders back. Mindfully cross the left leg in and begin to straighten your right leg, finding your expression of this side bend. Breathing into the side ribs. Noticing the stretch around the lower lumbar region of your back, perhaps the outer hips. Softening and surrendering. Gifting yourself one more mindful breath in this posture. And on your next inhalation, elevating the torso. Keeping your right leg straight, let's extend our left leg out, coming into a wide-legged seated position, a straddle pose. Maybe staying upright is enough for you. If you're already feeling a stretch, you can place your palms behind your back to help you open the heart space. And if you'd like to take it a little further, beginning to walk the arms out in front, hinging the torso forwards, maybe lowering down onto your forearms, finding what works for you. Again, doing your best to keep your kneecaps facing skywards. Breathing into the inner thighs, letting it all go. You might like to use this moment of stillness as an invitation to remind yourself of your intention. Remind yourself of your infinite capabilities. in your own time, using the support of your hands to help you mindfully elevate the torso, taking as much space and time as you would like. And when you're ready, come into a comfortable seated position. You might like to join me in easy pose, Sukhasana. Inhale, raise the arms skywards. Exhale, spinal twist to the left. Lengthening both sides of the waist. Inhale, center. Exhale, spinal twist to the right. Inhale, center. Roll the arms down, relax the shoulders. Close off the eyes. And allow yourself to settle in. Opening your heart and your mind to receiving the benefits of today's practice. Taking a moment to honor your commitment to this series. Let us round off this practice with 3 mindful breaths. Inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling out through the mouth. Feel yourself becoming lighter, more at ease. If you would like to join me, we will round off this series with one final chant of the mantra Om. Inhale to prepare. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for investing your heart, your soul, your time, and your energy into nourishing your well-being. Know that this series will always be here for you. Whenever you would like to take a moment to reconnect with your infinite possibilities and cultivate inner health, happiness, and harmony. Sending you love and light. May you be well. May you experience true peace and joy.